What's your last name?
Manning.
Is that our data?
I'm Burton.
Oh, Burton.
Burton, yeah.
Okay,
Uh,
okay. So I have Tammy, Madison, Burton, Tammy Matthews, and
Manning.
Manning.
Sorry, in the middle.
Madison
Madison
Burton.
And Matt.
And Tim,
Matt.
Matt Manning.
Matthew Manning.
Matthew, Manning, okay.
No relation to Peyton or Eli. At least I don't.
So, tell us your story.
So we bought our home.
Sorry, so we're rolling. And anytime, but
So tell us your story.
Okay, so we bought our house in Pennsylvania in 2010, about 20 miles north of here. And we lived there until 2011, and then our water started erupting out of the wellhead. We contacted the township. They told us to contact the gas company. And we did that, and the gas company told us, if you're gonna say this has anything to do with us, you're gonna have to prove that. And so we talked to a lawyer, we talked to these guys, the friends of ours that were dealing with fracking and stuff, and we found out that, you know, this was gas related. The DEP came out, there was a bubble forming inside of our well, and it would just keep forming and forming and forming under the water level until we would flush the toilet or turn the water pump on or whatever, and then it would erupt.
And what would happen?
It would shoot up like Old Faithful. And
I mean, the water out of the toilet would shoot out?
nope, it would shoot out of the well.
Out of the well?
Out of the
What-
well.
Was it a pipe well?
Yeah, there was a casing coming out of the ground 6 feet from our house, and there was a cap on
Oh, it
it.
was an open well.
There was a cap on top of it that it wasn't like tight, and it would spray out. Like it was a hissing sound, a loud hissing. It would spray 3 feet out in either direction. It had the ground flat, the grass was flattened. And the DEP told us that the methane levels were 82%. Free gas coming out of our well was methane. And we were told by another company that the gas company came in to investigate that we shouldn't use our water if we had the bathroom doors. I don't know how many counties. So they left it up to the gas company to determine that they weren't responsible for our water issues.
They did their own investigation.
The water company did their
That's
own
like putting a
investigation.
box in.
Yeah.
The gas company determined that they were not involved.
Exactly.
But another thing, we were actually part of the Duke study. Duke University did a big study on this entire area. And they studied the gas, and they, like the DEP claimed, and the gas company claimed that our water, our methane contamination came from Salt Springs, which is a state park down the road here. It has a natural methane seep, but it's a shallow methane gas. The Duke University, when they did their testing, they determined it absolutely was not even close to the Salt Springs gas. It was shallow methane. There's a difference because of the noble gases in the methane, which is the propane, ethane, and other gases.
Which we had in our DEP test.
Our levels of metals like barium and strontium and everything were extremely high and kept going up every time they came back to do another test.
So we ended up, our lawsuit went until 2016. And then our lawyer bailed right before we were supposed to go to court. So we were stuck. I cleaned for a lawyer that helped me figure out the wording for the paperwork so that I didn't get stuck with the lawsuit. And then we had Vera type it up so that we were protected because we didn't even have any protection in our lawsuit. The lawyer threw us under the bus. And we moved to New York where there is no fracking, and we have a little tiny 12 by 12 off-grid cabin now that we moved into, and that's where we are now. We had
So
to,
what happened to your lawsuit?
the law firm got paid off, They got $20,000
From,
from the gas company, and we got $5,000, which was the down payment on our house that we had put on the house that we had bought. That's all we got back out of it.
When the Duke University test came out, the previous head of the DEP, which was John Hanger at the time, got a hold of that. And they had technically closed the investigation on our case at that point. But when this John Hanger got a hold of that, the Duke University test that clearly showed the gas was definitely from the deep methane. That night, they held a press conference and they said that they were gonna reopen our investigation. And that very next morning, boom, shut down. Nope, we're not doing it. Almost 100% positive that the governor, which was what was his name, Corbett?
Tom Corbett.
Tom Corbett at the time, immediately shut it down. And, you know, I have a really strong gut feeling that our lawyer was bought and paid for by the gas company. Very strong feeling.
We got thrown under the bus. We got thrown under the bus though for speaking out, but we really couldn't not speak out because I didn't want my neighbor down the road to get poisoned if she didn't have an erupting well. You know what I mean? We had this water shooting out of the ground. It's obviously something bad. Not everybody has that. You know, I almost oddly felt blessed that I had that wake-up call because
Yes, we did.
2 of my neighbors are now dead from cancer that were in that neighborhood.
That also had.
2 of my best friends died of cancer in the past 10 years.
I was told that you, at one point, you saw the bubbles coming out of the crack in the creek.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Well, that's a creek that I've fished since I was a little boy. It's a very nice trout stream. And we go swimming there. We used to take our kids in there a little bit, swimming there. And my brothers took me fishing down there all the time. And I never noticed that. And, you know, there's natural methane seeps here and there, especially in swamps and stuff. You see bubbles coming up. I never saw it in this creek. And then right after our problems began, like the whole, it was a beautiful, there was a junction of 2 creeks there. And at the tail end of the pool, it was very clear, like small pebbly rocks, but the whole bottom was just bubbles. It looked like someone had put literally an aerator under the water coming up out of that creek.
In a straight line.
Well, no, I mean, it was pretty much the whole pool where it was coming up, but it like Craig said, it was facing right up at the well that was up behind us. And when our problem started, we had a well. It was the one that was like 7,000 feet away, which was the Pew well. They were fracking that one, and then they were drilling this one at the same time. So, in both of those wells
Had casing failures.
failures, several casing failures.
There were actually 4 wells within a close proximity of us that had 4 well
Yes.
casing failures.
So is the theory that the fracking actually caused a fissure in the geology and that the methane was bubbling up to the surface of the earth?
Maybe my guess, yeah. I'm no scientist, but like we didn't have no problems at all when we bought the house. There was none until that day, and all of a sudden just the well started erupting, and our water turned like a dark charcoal gray, and we actually had to shower in it and use that water. We never drank it because it was disgusting. But those times we did shower in it, when you showered,
Yeah, that's all it was.
it choked you.
Yeah,
It was that
steam
bad.
itself
It
was.
just choked you.
And we had people in with
Sometimes it's
methane.
worse than drinking water.
Yeah. We had people in with like methane detectors and stuff in our home. And they told us it's not safe. It's not
We
safe
actually,
inside our
at
home.
the time, we had a guy come in with a methane sniffer. He went into the second floor and turned on the shower. He got the highest levels of methane he's ever gotten in any house in the state of Pennsylvania.
They were getting them at just driving by our house, so the clear cam was like right up went past our house.
Yeah, Frank Bennett came in with an infrared camera. Because if you sit here, then I can have him sit here. And it just looked like a chimney of smoke coming out of it, but it was nothing.
Did you sell your house either?
We walked away.
No, it was we were on a land contract type lease, so we just left it. We
So you
lost
just
it.
abandoned the house.
We abandoned the house, bought a piece of land in New York,
Built
and we
our own
built a
little
little a little 12 tiny home, and we bought a solar panel, and we bought a generator, and haven't looked back. I just feel so bad for the people that are still living it. I really do. The couple that was just here, my heart goes out to them, because we were them.
They were just totally misinformed all the way. That's not right. Because for sure, people knew about the problems around this area, and especially the realtors or anybody like that. They knew about these problems in this area, and that should have been brought to their attention long before they bought that house. You know, that's
The
just.
people are silenced, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
We were threatened, and we were followed, and people threatening us, and all kinds of stuff.
Mhm.
I'm sure that Ray has been through. I know Ray's been through all
Yeah,
kinds of stuff.
we were stopped today.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, they used to follow us to work and
just
flashing their high beams on and off in our back window.
And we weren't out to destroy, all these landowners' income or the farmers who deserved that money, that worked hard their whole lives. We weren't out to destroy that. We just wanted, how would you like to walk a day in my shoes or her shoes? How would you like to not be able to use your water, take a shower in your own water, or have to go out in the middle of winter with a water truck on 20 below zero days and get water and transport it to different homes so you got water to use? You don't have to live like that. All you gotta do is turn your faucet on and you got it. We don't.
He was delivering water with Ray for a long time.
It's just, it's just not right. I believe, if you drive your car down the road and you drive through the middle of someone's house and you wreck it, you're the fault. You're to blame. You should be liable for that house. No different with the water and the gas, we don't have town water. We don't have city water. We had a well. And if you destroy someone's property, you should be liable for it. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
But, that's not the case. And it's all about the money, it's all about the gas, and, they're gonna do whatever they want. They did. And I don't think it's changed much from 2010 when we went through it, or 2011 to what it is now, but we haven't really paid much attention to it, because we walked away and just wanted to get away from it. And it got to be so frustrating. It's not, like to this day, I almost, it's been so long since I've really talked about it because I get upset. And I almost didn't want to come here today and do it because of that. But I'm here.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming. Take care.
No, thank you.
Did you come in from New York State?
We
Yeah.
did. We live
Well,
in
where are you? What county?
Shenango County.
Shenango County.
Okay, so you're up in the Catskills?
No,
Oh,
it's
great.
just north of Broome County.
Yeah,
Just north of
okay,
Binghamton.
near Binghamton.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we're just north of Binghamton, about 15 miles.
I live in Broome. I live right outside of Binghamton and Big Rock.
All right, thank you very much.
Well, thank you for coming.